The fourth quadrant is simply this. It's okay for some relationships to end. It doesn't mean that that person is demonic. It doesn't mean that you have to put that person as an opt, as the kids say, or the opposition, right? It just means that the relationship is over, and you have to become comfortable and okay with that. Right? That's if I can give you nothing else, that is, if you can live with those things, you can live well. You know, and it's not that you disown people. Just understand the relationship is over, and that's okay. It's a book by Dr. Henry Cloud, talk about necessary endings. Some stuff, if you hold on to it too long, it begin to hurt you and not help you. Right? Right.
Yeah, that's helpful, even for me, as I strive to grow as a leader. What would you say are the biggest mistakes leaders are making right now when it comes to AI and digital transformation?
So I'm going to use that room that I was in just a couple of weeks ago, because this young guy, Justin Lester, I believe his last name is. You should follow him on Instagram. I don't know if he's on anything else. He's Tech Pastor, T-E-C-H, Pastor, Justin Lester. You should follow him. He gives you tips. I mean, he's a genius in many respects. But I was in the room when he gave his presentation. His presentation was before mine and just messed me all up. I'm not the person that get nervous, if you know me. But I had a whole lot of angst after his presentation, because he wowed the room. Because he showed the room literally 25 different apps that pastors can use. And many of them were scratching their heads, because this particular room, they have anywhere from 25 to 100 people on staff, right? So they used to farming off stuff that they don't have to do anymore. And what Justin in my presentation said, you can't farm this off to anybody else. This is something that you got to do, right? And part of people today with leadership development and artificial intelligence, we think of it as, I don't have to learn this anymore. This is something for a younger generation. Yeah. And I'm suggesting to you today, this is not something for a younger generation. It is ageless, and it's something that all of us have to embrace if we're not only going to, quote unquote, take it to the next level, but understand how we're going to scale, shape, and be strategic in our thinking.
Most definitely. As we come up on 5 minutes till time, I want you to hone in on those that are struggling, those that are not with the tech generation, and how can they adapt to AI and digital tools, and where should they start?
I would say that, first of all, there's a lot of free content out there. And if it's not free, it's nominal in its cost, right? Which we encourage you to sign up for Glue text messaging. They have a free text message app, and then they have an app that's about $30, but it's nominal in its cost of what it can do as in the context of capacity. What I would encourage you to do is to go download a whole bunch of stuff and try it, right? Try to see how it works, you know. And when you do that, you'll begin to become comfortable enough to expand your reach. Like I give you an example, Justin messed me and Bishop Walter Scott Thomas up, because he said he had to release his finance director at his church. But the budget was due for presentation like 4 days before this person got released. Now, Justin being Justin, his church is Friendship Baptist Church in Vallejo, so he's close to some of you all. Justin being Justin found an AI app. They took all of their financials for that year, dropped it into this app. It created their projections for the next 3 years. It created their church budget and balanced it less than 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that offline. They're not a sponsor, so I can't talk about them. All right. But I'm using that as an example of how this pastor, like, he's reduced his staff because now he has artificial intelligence. You go to his website, he has a Autobot that looks like him that's talking, right? That he just feeds content to a couple of sentences, and it calls people back. So you have to worry about, having people sitting in the office all day, getting a check that's not producing anything. I'm not trying to talk about nobody. But he's streamlined his staff, and now his church is more effective around missions. So they feed more people. Because now the funds have shifted from bodies to now using it more effectively.